guys, Elena Jackson here, and I want to say to my fans and friends, thank you for giving me a second chance. I am truly grateful for this. It feels good to be back. Now I know that most of you in the community has missed me due to that awful drama that happened last year, and I've managed to rekindle with most of my friends and fans that I've wronged. To be honest, I would like to thank Logitech for getting me out of the shadows and giving me the motivation that I need to make my comeback. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be hiding in fear and doubt. So give Logitech your support. Like I said before, it feels good to be back. I feel right at home again. And I feel a comeback coming on. And that's what I wanted to talk to you all about today. My upcoming comeback miniseries, BG Returns. This story will feature 3 parts instead of 7. I realized that 7 would be too much for me, and so I decided to cut it shorter. Sorry for confusing you guys. Perhaps I did it too prematurely, because I was so excited about my triumphant return that I didn't have enough time to come up with story ideas and how long my miniseries would be. But I've managed to brainstorm a few story ideas, and I'll do my best to make my story plots less cringy and more sensible. After this, I have a special surprise for you all, a sneak peek of BG Returns Part 1. That's right, a sneak peek of my first part of my miniseries. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about my miniseries for a bit, and what inspired me to make such a comeback. The obvious answer is this: 2019. The year that I dreadfully hate, and all the terrible things and mistakes that I made. Let's just say it inspired me to make the 3-part miniseries. This story is about redemption, forgiveness, new allies, heartbreak, determination, suspense, and romance. Yes, it's a drama series. More like a dramedy perhaps. Call me a drama king if you wish. I really don't care, because that's what this story is about, to be honest. And it's partly based on true events on what really happened. 2019 really tore our community apart, and it has devastated on most of us. But mine was the worst. Forgive me for being overly dramatic, but it's true. In my opinion, I thought 2019 would be a good year for most of us. But I was wrong. It wasn't. But most of us have learned from our mistakes. I know I did. And it wasn't easy. Back to the topic, I managed to make some new friends and voice actors that will gladly participate in my upcoming videos, including my mother. She has agreed to voice act in my miniseries. However, I couldn't get my dad to voice act in my miniseries. It's complicated, but I won't discuss that. So I'll be voicing my dad in my upcoming miniseries. And other bad news, that some of my friends that were in my videos in 2018 won't be returning, as they declined to return for my comeback miniseries due to the drama that happened last year. I won't mention their names as they'll be withdrawn from my upcoming miniseries. However, I managed to make new OC characters to take their place, and I'll be having my friends to voice act several of my new OCs. So several of my OCs will be main characters for my YouTube channel. But that's not all. I've decided that one of my OCs, Elena Jackson, aka Darkness, will no longer be called by that nickname, as I was convinced by one of my sources that she will have a new nickname rather than Darkness. Save Dark Mario 2 the trouble. Considering that both of our characters have the same nickname, but in different universes, she would be known as AJ, a suitable nickname for my OC sister. But don't get me wrong, her nickname, her hair color, and her outfit has changed, but her tough personality stands, and she will be a hard-ass bounty hunter in my upcoming videos in the future. Next topic of my comeback miniseries, Gracie Testerberger, aka Flower. Flower, as you all know, has been in several of my videos over the years. But do you know who Flower is? Well, she's a friend of mine on DeviantArt. Go out by the name Flowers Don't Love Memes. She's quite the talented artist, and I know some of you must be thinking that Flower is one of my OCs. Well, I hate to disappoint you, she's not. Flower is very real, and this is an ink sonnet that I made for her back in 2017. We've been good friends ever since. Even though she doesn't talk about Splatoon very much, but she doesn't mind me featuring her ink sonnet in my videos. It will be an honor to feature Flower again, but this time with a voice actress. I will be having a voice actress voice my friend where Flower will speak English for the first time. During my 1-year absence, Flower went to language class where she studied how to speak English. And we'll also be seeing the return of Agents 3 and 47, voiced by TZ and myself. The next topic that I'd like to discuss is Joe and my new OC characters. Since some of my friends had declined to return from my miniseries, which forces me to find newcomers for my upcoming projects, I figure, why not use OCs? And I have. I've managed to make new OCs to fill in my friend's place as the main characters for my YouTube channel. But that wasn't the only issue. You remember when Joe left the community in the mid-2018 due to Omega and Heavy drama, and I swore that I would keep his ink sonnet alive as one of my OCs. You remember Rekindling, right? Well, sadly he won't be returning to voice Joe anymore after the terrible drama and chaos that happened last year. So I'm faced with a dilemma. Either I find someone who sounds and mimic like Joe, or retire his character. Luckily, I found someone that will take Rick's place. He will be voicing my late friend, so Joe's back in the game. And back to my new OCs. The new characters are Mark and Rachel Michelson, the two siblings that bought house number 8. And they will be part of the main character gang for my YouTube channel. The next topic of my comeback miniseries is Larry, Callie's deceased pet lobster. I'll admit my last video, Callie's pet lobster, wasn't favorable by some viewers, including the Callie diehard fans. It was kinda cringy and harsh towards Callie and her pet. Everyone looking all unimpressed and disappointed with Callie for sparing Larry's life and keeping him as a pet. It feels less supportive and mean on how I made those scenes. And I admit killing off Larry and burying him was a bit too far. Not to mention the way I wrote the ending was completely heartless. It's like no one really cared. We just showed up watching Callie weeping over Larry's grave without giving her any support of the loss of her pet. But I know Ralph and Agent 3 would support her loss. But still, the way I handled the ending was selfish and poorly handled. Hell, even Loyaltag gave Callie's pet lobster a 1 out of 10. And I blame myself for not making the ending better. Well, how about that? I'm criticizing my own videos. Well, I'm seeing a bunch of flaws and errors that I made by making that video, and realizing my mistake. The video wasn't half bad in my opinion, but still, the story plot could have been done properly, and a lot better too. And so I decided that Larry should come back from the dead and be featured in my upcoming videos. I owe it to the Callie fans. Speaking of Callie, that would be my next topic. I admit I was rather harsh towards Callie in my last videos, such as Audacicty Rematch, Callie's Pet Lobster, and hanging out with Rudy. Back then I was watching several of Lizzie Rascal's videos and see how and what Callie did in those videos. But the way I handled it was too much and extremely too far. So I figured I should be less harsh to Callie and show her the same respect the way that I do to Marie. But I'll be keeping an eye on her though, in case she tries to pull any more pranks. The next topic is T Zelda, Scarlet Karate Girl, Jake Yeager, McCoon siblings, and Rudy, my best friends that I like to call my brothers and sisters. Last year I said that I would promise them in helping them in their upcoming projects in the future. Starting with TZ. As you all know, I've gotten along with her since the mid-2018. We were good friends. We still are. I met TZ on Discord when Alpha introduced me to her, and so I made her an Inkzona so she can fit into the community and be welcomed with open arms. TC wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her lover Alpha Swan and myself. During the following years, TC would talk to me about her ideal projects, such as the Jelly Donut prank and Bubble Squid. I love those ideas, and I made a promise to her that I will make those projects and make them come true once my miniseries is done. And I will also feature her cute Animal Crossing companion Villager, and TZ will be added as one of the main characters for my YouTube channel, just like I promised her last year. Next up, we have Skylar Karate Girl, my cheeky best friend, the sister that I never had. Skylar and I met on DeviantArt in the beginning of 2019. She was quite the fan of my videos, and I was told that she loves Naruto, martial arts, Medea movies, etc. And so I decided to give her an opportunity of being in my videos and naming a name for herself. Although some of my friends were skeptical of her at first, but in the following months later, they started getting along with her, and I was really happy about that. And I also made her an Inkzona. The first video that Skylar was in was my short video Waiter. After that, hanging out with Rudy. But the only problem was, I'd never given Skylar a voice debut. I promised her a voice debut, but it didn't happen due to the 2019 drama that I just mentioned earlier. But since I've returned, I'll be able to give my friend that chance. Let her voice be heard. I owe her that. Amazingly, she's doing quite well. She's currently has her own series called Skylar's Origins, which tells her background story. And I couldn't be more proud of her, of what she's achieving. And I would love to see more of her series someday. And she too will be a part of the main characters for my YouTube channel. I will also be making short videos about her during the making of my 3-part miniseries. I call it Skylar's Hijinks. 10 parts of Skylar's cheeky trunk-making mischief. So prepare yourself for her cheekiness. Next up, Jake Yeager, my brother from another mother. Jake and I have been close friends for nearly 2 years. We are like brothers. We met on Steam somewhere around 2018, I believe. The first time that I met Jake, when I saw his pics, and they were very funny. And we had the talking. During the following months, I decided to feature him in my videos. His first debut was supposed to be my Splatastic Forest Q&A video, but the project was scrapped due to the Heavy Omega drama, and my friend Joe leaving the Splatoon community. However, I managed to feature Jake in one of my longest videos of all, Splatastic Rematch, and after that, he would be in more of my videos. Jake always loved to see more of my upcoming projects that also inspired him to make his own projects, and having me and my gang in some of his ideal projects, such as Special Red Bull, Gender Swap, VR World, Special Root Beer, and Revelations. There is a possibility that I can make those projects happen. However, there will be changes such as replacing characters since some of my friends won't come back. But I will be helping Jake on resurrecting those scrap projects of his and bringing them back into the spotlight. However, it's up to him if he wants to do this. I feel like I owe him after what he's been through. I want to help him bring those projects back. I feel like I should help him whenever I can. Me and Jake, we've been best buddies over the years, and we've always looked out for each other. Next up, Alexander and Lorianna McCoon. They've been my friends since 2018. The first time that I met Alex was my hilarious comic strip Ding Dong Ditch. Alex loved my comics so much that we ended up chatting, and I would feature him in my upcoming projects one day, just like Jake. The Splatastic Force Q&A was supposed to be his first debut, but like I said, the project was scrapped. And during the making of my Q&A video, he introduced me to his sister Lori, and she too was a fan of my work. And so I decided to feature her in my videos as well, along with her brother. So the McCoon siblings' first debut was Wet Ralph, where they were starring together. However, Lori's first debut was supposed to be Splatastic Rematch. but I've decided that she would be in wet route first. But as the following months went by, they lost their mother during New Year's Eve. It was a severe blow to them, and so I've supported their recent loss, and that I will always be there for them, no matter what. And so I figure those two deserve a comeback. It's been a while since they've been in the video. The last video was hanging out with Rudy, and since they agreed to come back to respire their roles and have their Inksonas updated for 2020, and so we will be seeing the return of Alex and Lori, the MacLeod siblings. After all, it's not my video without Alex and Lori. And finally, Rudy, a former Woomy turned Vimo. Me and Rudy have been good friends during the following years, until this broke out last year. After my latest video hanging out with Rudy was released, things went sour between the two of us. Like I said, 2019 was devastating for the both of us. It nearly destroyed us. However, we've managed to rekindle and made amends, and put the bad past behind us. And I've decided to feature her as an auntling and respect her design for upcoming videos. I owe her that. I was too stubborn and pig-headed to respect her design. But I've learned from my mistake and come to terms with it. Now you will all see more of Rudy as an octoling, and you'll see more octos in my upcoming videos as well. The next topic, my romance with Christine, has come to an end. I hate to say it, but my Inksona will no longer be in a relationship with Christine, my OC girlfriend, who was about to become my ex-OC girlfriend. You see, she was very disappointed and devastated on what happened last year. My toxic behavior and faking my death. It also scarred her, and so she left and moved out of the Splatastic residence, as she moved to the southwest of Rockford, where my spin-off characters of Splatorius will live, featuring some of my OC characters from the spin-off series. Sorry, Jeremy, Asia, Goodman, Ryan, and the Mystic Blaziken, my Pokesana. Anyways, Christine pretty much ended our romantic relationship, something she'll never recover from ever again, and will never go back together with me ever again as boyfriend and girlfriend. Yep, I screwed up real bad. However, she's a bit glad to see me, and that I've changed my ways, and she wants us to be friends instead. I know it's going to be heartbreaking, but we're not a couple anymore. It's time to move on. And the final topic of my miniseries is new love. The real reason why I ended my romantic relationship with Christine is because I found and met someone in real life. That someone is Kelsey Cullfish. We met on Discord when Robert Michael Sinsor introduced us. During the following weeks, we ended up chatting, and I even made her an Inksona and welcomed her to the Splatoon community with open arms. And now we're officially a couple. So as you can see, Kelsey is my new girlfriend, and she'll be filling in Christine's spot, and will become a new member of the Splatastic 4. Not to mention my mini-series will be her first debut ever. I can't wait to have her on board with us. This is going to be exciting. After the first part of BJ Returns is done, then I'll be taking a break from Gmod for a few weeks or a month, and then I'll get back to work on the second part. But Kelsey won't just be voicing herself. She will be voicing Callie as well, while TC voices Marie. So this is going to be one epic dramedy in 3 parts altogether. Well, that's all the topics that I wanted to talk to you about. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed listening to my content, and don't forget to subscribe. And without further ado, here's the sneak peek of my miniseries, BJ Returns. Enjoy, everybody! This is Brian Jackson II, and I'm out!
Do you love coming here?
Are you kidding me? You know I love coming here. It is heaven. I couldn't imagine a better place.
When was the last time we've met?
Simple. I was attacked by several Artarians as they were about to kill me, but then you swooped in and you came to my rescue.
Yep, I carried you to the hospital and we fell in love on the spot.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. Not the love part, I mean. Shouldn't I be the one to save you and carry you to the hospital, don't you think?
You talk too much, baby. Accept the fact that I rescued you and I'm your female knight in shining armor.
Very funny, Christine. I kind of feel embarrassed just thinking about it. Hey, baby, I didn't mean it like that.
It feels like you did. Are you saying you're not grateful that I saved your life?
Of course not. I'm truly grateful that you saved my life, honestly. I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for you. It's okay, Christine. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. You are my female knight in shining armor.
I forgive you, my love. But you have to promise me one thing.
What's that?
Don't ever hurt me like that again. Okay?
Okay, Christine. I won't.
You have to promise me that. Swear it on your life.
Okay, Christine. I promise.
I love you, DJ.
I love you too, Christine. Is there anything that I could do for you?
Shh. Be quiet and kiss me, you adorable big lug.
Yes, ma'am. Wake up! Hey! Wake up! Don't make me wake you up! I'm up! Ugh. What is it? Today's your lucky day. Your days here in this place are over. You're free. Really? I must have lost track of the time. Well, you're free, and your folks are waiting for you. Now get out of my sight before I change my mind. But first, get changed. And make it quick. I'll be waiting to escort you to the lobby. I'm ready. Jerome? Elena? Well. Look who's back. Hello, BJ. It's good to see you again. Likewise. And listen, bro. I'm really sorry that I treated you harshly over the years. I haven't been... Don't say anything else. It's cool. I can't say mad at you forever. All is forgiven. Brother. I missed you. I missed you too.
Hello!
Hey, Darkness.
Well, you look like shit.
Yes, but I'll live. It's great to see you too, sis.
Likewise. That's for faking your death.
I've deserved that one.
Don't you ever do that again, you hear me?
Yes, Darkness, loud and clear.
Very good. It's great to see you too.
Likewise.
Oh, that reminds me. Don't call me Darkness anymore. I don't go by that nickname anymore.
Okay. Do I call you by your real name now?
Call me AJ. It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I agree. AJ and BJ. I like the sound of that. Okay then. AJ it is.
Thank you.
No worries. Well now, since we got the pleasantries out the way, let's go. Our parents are waiting for us outside. Really? Mom and Dad are here?
Yeah. And they're real happy to see you.
Yeah, I bet they are. Well, come on then. Your freedom awaits. Lead the way, bro.